Hello friends, and also hello enemies. Welcome back to Weekly Allowance. And if you've never been here before, hello. Today we are looking at Star Wars The Black Series Sebulba. But before we get into that, I want to let you guys know that by the time this episode premieres, we will be at Fan Expo Dallas. We'll be there all weekend. We have a booth where we'll be selling artwork and whatnot, so feel free to stop on by. Our booth number is A1408. So if you're in the Dallas area, if you were planning on going to Fan Expo anyway, we'll be there. So let's get on with the review. I'm a bit surprised it took them this long to make a Sebulba figure, but maybe I'm not that surprised, because he is a pretty odd character, body plan wise. I mean, there's going to be zero reuse with him. Like, maybe this frog is reused, but other than that, he's got to have an entirely new sculpt and mold. Plus, there was probably some intense engineering when it comes to keeping him upright. If he will actually be able to stand upright, that remains to be seen. Just a simple Black Series box, Sebulba artwork on the side. You got a little blurb about him on the back. Really interesting character design. I saw The Phantom Menace as a young child and I unironically loved it. Nowadays I wouldn't say I love it, but I still like it. I'm nostalgic for it. And Sebulba was my second favorite character, if you can believe it, even though he's a total jerk. He was just interesting, you know? I think it all came down to character design. My favorite character was Jar Jar, and I don't want to hear any slander in the comments. I was a child. And I still don't think that Jar Jar is as terrible as people make him out to be. I think he's had a bit of a renaissance. I don't know. I get where people would not like him. But again, great character design. The Gungans all look really cool. Sebulba looks awesome. The character designer for Phantom Menace and for a lot of the other Star Wars series is Terrell Whitlatch. If you're interested in like creature design, I'd really recommend her stuff. She's got a few art books and they are amazing. She's been one of my favorite artists for a long time. All right, so let's get a good look at this guy. And I think the sculpt is really good. A lot of interesting textures, and they got the details down really nicely. He's got these feelers, he's got these beads on these antennae hanging from his head. Kind of like a dragon-like face. Long nostrils. His eyes are crazy too. I don't think I ever noticed this, but he's got like crosshairs for pupils. But I think for most of his scenes, he has his helmet on, so it would be hard to discern that. Very weird looking dude. He's almost elegant till you get down to his lumpy hand feet. That's what I thought about the Gungans too, is like they look very graceful. Don't envision Jar Jar right now because he's the opposite of graceful, but like, or Boss Nass, but the other Gungans, they just like have a streamlined design. And then you get down to their feet and they have like these weird elephant feet, which I know is probably good for walking through swamps or whatever, but it is a bit of a disconnect when you've got this streamlined creature and then these big fat feet. And the same thing is kind of going on with Sebulba here, but that's okay because he needs these to stand up. But yeah, the sculpt on this is really nice. Got some chainmail on his crotch there. What's that for? The sculpt is nice, the paint is nice. I'm not seeing any glaring flaws. Even got some tiny little details. Look at this silver on his gauntlets. His spots are decoed on really well. As far as articulation, I'm not sure how much you're going to get and what it's going to accomplish, because without a stand, I think there's only so much this guy can do, and he does not come with a stand, unfortunately. He does have these holes in his hand feet where you could plug him into his stand, or if you had a separate like claw stand, you could use that. But yeah, he does not come with one, so what we can do with him currently is a bit limited. He can do that. That's cool. Yeah, good head movement. It's really fun to move his head. It's just like a big long honking head. Does he have neck? Yeah, he's got a neck movement. Ooh, it's not just a twist, but it is a little bit of back and forth as well. Swivel on that, I guess I don't know, what's considered his arms and what's considered his legs? Single elbow, but there's also a swivel. And it's a little loose, which is bothersome because he needs these limbs to stand up. And they're a little bit noodly, so that could be an issue. Swivel on the hand foot, of course, and then a little bit of up and down. Twist, and a little bit of crunch at the waist. This is more articulation than I was expecting, honestly. Then you've got rotation for his leg, hinge on the knee. and a back and forth movement. Hinge on the, I don't know what you would call this. You've got a hinge there and a swivel, and then a hinge and swivel on the feet. The thighs can also arc out a little bit, not too much. So yeah, pretty good articulation, but like I said, what you are going to be able to do with him is kind of dependent on a stand. Though to be fair, Sebulba doesn't really do that much anyway. I mean, most of the time he's just walking around or in a pod racer. It's not impossible to stand him up on its own though, and he's pretty steady. A little bit is gonna knock him over, but I mean, if it's just like a breeze or whatever coming through, he'll still stand. You just kind of have to get the physics right. Oh, there he goes. He doesn't come with much. I mean, I wouldn't expect him to because it's Sebulba. He doesn't really have much relevance or importance to the plot aside from being Anakin's rival, which is kind of sad. Like, Sebulba, I assume, is a full-grown adult of his species. And he's got beef with this, like, 9-year-old kid. Bro. He comes with this frog, and I think this is something that he eats. Like, this is sold at one of the Tatooine vendors' stalls. I really don't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie. Yeah, delicious-looking dead frog alien. And he will come with his cool helmet. I really like the lenses on that. Yeah, just plastic clear inserts for the lenses, but it's a really nice effect. They're a bit concave, so they kind of look like glass. It's not a perfect fit. It kind of rides up in the back, and then if you set it back down, it rides up in the front. It's good enough. And then you give him his delicious frog snack. Boop. And there you have Sebulba. So yeah, I don't always go in on the Black Series figures. It's typically only the ones I think are cool, like a lot of the droids, some of the aliens, but Sebulba has a really cool character design and he's nostalgic for me, so I definitely wanted him. And it's a really good figure. Like I said, I don't know how much you can do with him just because of the nature of what he is, but I like him a lot. He's going to look pretty good with the rest of the Black Series figures in my display. So I'm sorry that this was a bit of a shorter review, but we are getting ready for that convention. So I just wanted to do something quick and dirty. Again, if you want to stop by Fan Expo Dallas this weekend, our booth number is A1408. And as always, likes and subscribes are very much appreciated. Comments are more than welcome, and I'll see you guys on the next one.